Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to show you the build I'm going to lick start with on this upcoming Legacy of Phrecia event. Upon seeing this Polytheist Ascendancy notable, I wanted to make a build utilizing a skill that has both projectile and nova tag. The only skill that fulfills this requirement is Pyroclast Mine. Pyroclast Mine can hit the same enemy multiple times from a single detonation. First by the initial explosions of the mines, then by every exploding projectile AoE. The result is these firework-like explosions. If you like flashy builds, then this is for you. What I'm showcasing here is me mapping with Pyroclast Mine using a 4-link setup. I want to see how far this setup can take me. Gears are crappy, mainly life, resistances, and some attributes. Tremor Rod is cheap and should carry you into raid maps at least. We don't care about Blast Chain Mine, what we want is the last mod. I'm using only 2 auras, Grace, and some mosquito bots. Flammability curse linked to Arcanist brand. Detonate mines is linked to automation, so it will be triggered automatically. I recommend getting a detonate mines gem early on just to save yourself an extra click. If you don't want to buy it, there's a mine mastery that allows you to detonate mines while moving. You can unspec that when you don't need it. I'm not using Astral Projector, so you can see that sometimes the explosions don't land on the boss. The damage feels decent, but it is going to be even stronger when we get our Ascendancy. So for the Ascendancy, I'll grab the Vault of Lunaris first. The quality of life that comes with this node is just incomparable. However, if you like to have more defense, then you can get these first. I'll grab Garukhan and Solaris next. And lastly Ralakesh, mainly because I'm already using charged mine support. Now let's move on to path of building, where I'll explain this build in detail. I have the tree at different levels. So if you have no idea which nodes to pick, you can follow my leveling tree. It starts off with some damage and life nodes here, then we path out to shadow. We want to grab all the mine nodes here. Life nodes, reservation nodes, more life nodes, and then the build is completed at level 95. I have different gems set up for endgame and early mid-game. When you're ready to go low life, you can untick these and tick these instead. If you're using Pyroclast Mine of Sabotage, you can change it here. However, I don't recommend switching to it before grabbing your mana reservation nodes and gears. Pyroclast Mine of Sabotage does way more damage, but it also reserves way more mana than the regular one. So just use the regular one until you can switch to the transfigured one. They function the same way, the only difference is the damage number. This build also uses Discipline besides Grace and some mosquito bots. It is linked to Arrogance to reserve life instead of mana so that we can reach low life for Pain Attunement to give us 30% more spell damage. Once you get the Whispers of Doom annoyed on your amulet, you can then use another curse, which is Assassin's Mark. Before getting Pyroclast Mine, you can level like how Templars usually do, and that is using Rolling Magma, Holy Flame Totem, and Flame Wall. Now to the most important part, the gears. As usual, I have different gear setups. I recorded my gameplay video with just early game setup. Gears are very simple, just focus on getting life, resistances, and attributes. My throwing speed should be crafted on your weapon and helmet. It makes a huge difference. It gives you a much smoother mapping experience. You can try to buy a belt with my throwing speed or craft it yourself using Essence of Zeal. You can slowly work your way up and upgrade your gears once you get enough currency. This is an evasion character, and since we're going low life, getting energy shield is important as well. We used evasion base or evasion ES base as our armor. Combined with grace and our ascendancy, our evade chance should be quite high. Another important stat is spell suppression chance. We have some from the tree, and it should be easy to cap spell suppression if your gears are all rare. At this point, you should have your Eldritch mods as well. Endgame setup is expensive. It is for the people who really want to invest in the build and try out some of the hardest content in the game. If you're only using this build to farm up some currency and move on to the next build, then I think you can just stop at mid-game setup. Victorious Influence is a fantastic body armor for this build. You can even get up to +4 gem levels just from corruption. It offers increased reservation efficiency, which is much needed for Pyroclast Mine of Sabotage. Increased AoE and effective auras are obviously nice too. Replica Dragonfang's Flight is great for boosting our damage as it gives 3 extra gem levels. This reservation mod is very nice because it also reduces the life reservation of Discipline. Alright, I think I've covered everything. I'll start playing as soon as the event is up, provided that the server is stable. Fingers crossed. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I will reply as soon as possible. I'm excited about the new event, and I hope you are too. Good luck, exiles, and see you next time.